Right, on to our bold takes. As we approach very, very soon the season beginning, we've gone away and we've got our own little bold takes that we've sort of thought about that could potentially happen or potentially happen because of what happens in this season. They are a bit weird and wonderful, but we're a weird and wonderful sort of bunch. You know what I'm saying? So, Adam, I'm going to let you take it away. What's your bold take for the 2025 NFL season?
So this isn't a bold take that might happen. This is a bold take that's gonna happen. That's the whole point of this sort of thing. The LA Rams are going to win the Super Bowl, and Jared Verse is going to be the Defensive Player of the Year. Come at me. What's wrong?
I can't hate it.
Well,
you don't.
The second half of it, I already know because obviously we've already done the betting show, but I already had Jared Verse myself as Defensive Player of the Year after his
then
success.
You should like this. Then you should like this take.
The second part of it, I can't not agree with it. The odds were great on it as well, so go and check out the betting show and have a look at that. But all stems on Matt Stafford's health, really, doesn't it? If he's
going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
A hot take on this probably would have been Jimmy Garoppolo starts games for the Rams this year
and wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, why not? I mean,
it could be like a Carson Wentz, Nick Foles scenario.
Exactly.
Where
it's going to happen.
Jimmy G comes in for the playoffs and they win the Super Bowl with Jimmy G because Stafford gets hurt in the wild card or they get the first round bye.
See, now you're all coming on board now. I can sense that you can feel that I'm right, that this is going to happen. Genuinely, though, this team is stacked pretty much everywhere. The only area I'd say at cornerback, they're not amazing, but they're still decent. They got some decent players there. The front seven is great. Jared Verse is going to be great this year. The wide receiver core is, I would argue, much better with Devonta Adams there instead of Cooper Kupp. I think the depth, they're not amazing players, but they're all right. They can do a job. They've got Tyler Higbee at tight end, who's done all right for them in the past. Yes, this all hinges on Matt Stafford being fit, but he's got a bit of a back injury. He'll be fine. He's going to go and see an osteopath every now and then, and he'll be all right. Okay, so don't worry about it. He's going to be great. And I genuinely think they match up really well against the Eagles. I think they have the potential to outscore teams. I think they have the potential to really restrict teams when it comes to the defense. I personally like them to win the division. I know that you guys went 49ers a bit, but I like them for the division. And I think once you get into the playoffs, anything's possible. So I really like them as an option this year.
Yeah, I think the fact that they were the closest team to beating the Eagles, and you could argue that, it could have gone their way during that game as well. It was only down to the last couple of minutes of that game. So, yeah, they've strengthened at wide receiver. They haven't lost a lot of people on this team, obviously, with it being so young. And they brought in another nice young piece on defense. So there's no reason why we can't argue that the same team of last year beats a team in the Eagles. And if that's the case, I think you have got a strong argument that they could get to the Super Bowl.
I just worry about Matt Stafford's health, and I don't know whether this defense is really good, but maybe it lacks a little bit of experience to go the whole way. And the people that have been there before, I know that most of them went there last season, but consistently, you need some. The best teams who get there always have people who have done this journey a lot of times, as well as the mix of youth as well. And I just don't think they've got enough players on the defense who have done this enough times. Matt Stafford has obviously a lot on the offense. So is Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. I mean, he's sort of getting into that mid of his career now. Kyron Williams is fantastic. I love him.
McVay's been there and done it as well, though.
McVay's been a minute. Yeah.
I think, he's done that quite a few times now. I think head coach experience going into playoffs is probably worth more than players.
It's definitely.
You just got to tell me that I'm right. That's all you need to do.
I'd take Jared versus Defensive Player of the Year all day long. I'd take that bet. I absolutely take that bet. I just the Eagles are good. The Eagles are very good, and I actually think the Lions and the Packers, but the Packers now, we're talking about a team that could definitely push them all.
Yeah. Why is Adam's hot take not
his own team?
Jordan Love to win MVP?
Have you seen Jordan Love? But the man's going to throw a ton of interceptions. That's what he does. So it's like you're never going to win MVP because of that.
He's thrown all these interceptions from their 20-yard line. That's
no. He just keep doing it just for a laugh. He's going to be chucking them left, right, and centre just for a giggle. You know what he's like.
All right, Andrew, what are you bringing? What's your hot take then? What's your bold take?
Well, Adam and I obviously went over the betting odds, and I found it very bizarre that the Colts haven't had a massive drop-off in where people are expecting them to be. I think they were the second favourites to be the top two in the division when we looked at it. And I just think what I've seen from Daniel Jones being a Giants fan over the years, that does not go well for you. I think they've had some issues on that team over the last couple of years in terms of consistency, and putting Daniel Jones in at quarterback is going to lead to more inconsistency. So you're relying heavily on Jonathan Taylor. So I think the season starts badly. They go off to a bit of a stinker. It maybe only get two wins in the first sort of, see them being at like 5-2 maybe, and then going, this isn't going to work. Let's look to next year. We need a new quarterback. There's loads in the draft. Let's completely throw in the towel. And I see them trading Jonathan Taylor as part of this. And I can see the Cowboys with their new picks that we've just spoke about them getting, maybe acquiring Jonathan Taylor from them. But that's going to be a big loss for the Colts if they do let him go.
When the trade deadline's week 8, right?
Yeah. The
week 8. So
the 31st, is it?
October 31st. So yeah, it's just after week 8. So we've done this in our deep dives, but we'll go through it for people obviously who haven't watched that. Obviously, go and watch it if you haven't. But they play Miami. They host Miami, host Denver. They're at Tennessee, at the Rams, host Vegas, host Arizona, at the Chargers, host Tennessee, and that's week 8's Tennessee. I think they win.
Feels like they're going to
games. Yeah, 2-3 games.
Really? Only 2?
I think they beat Miami, and I think they beat Tennessee once.
Okay.
I think Arizona beats them. That would be the one. I think Vegas definitely beats them.
I think Miami beats them.
Do you think Miami beats them, really? Hosting them?
I just can't see them being able to move the ball down the field consistently enough. And
Miami is bad.
They start well and then fade off, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know.
Tennessee is going to be the game if that's
To me, that felt like a relatively not an easy schedule, but that felt like a schedule where they could get themselves 3 wins there. And I don't know if you'd start trading away your players at 3 and 5.
At 3, but then if you're looking around, if you look around the division,
they are desperate for a quarterback next year, though.
They are.
Yeah. No, I understand that.
And Taylor's what, 27, 28?
He's in his last year. It's a contract
year
for him, isn't it? So they're going to have to pay it.
And then if you're a team, let's say I don't know. Cowboys is an interesting one because I think Cowboys. But then what about
that? Feels a weird fit. I get your logic because obviously they've got the picks and apparently a general manager who's a bit mental, but it feels like if the theory with the Cowboys is to look to the future, as in take picks now. The idea of then taking a 28-year-old running back feels a bit odd.
Who needs a running? If you think about it, by week 8, what team is going to be we could actually make a push here, but we've not actually got a legit good running back. For me, the only one I can think of is like Cincinnati. To be honest, that's the only one where I go.
No,
They might
Brown.
trade.
Chase Brown is decent.
Chase Brown, I think Chase Brown's all right, but Jonathan Taylor's.
I think
he's very, very good.
Houston might need
Mixon,
but he's injured.
Yeah.
We don't know whether
he might be back by then.
Mixon and Chubb, they'll both be injured by then. So.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah, I can see that being. But then you've got you're on your roster is then Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, and Nick Chubb, and
think you get
Damian Pierce. And
what are you like? What do you think you get?
He's not going for a first round pick. No way is he going for a first round pick.
No, exactly.
He's going. I think he's going for a fourth myself.
He's worth a second.
No way.
I don't see. Yeah, I'm kind of with. I think a fourth might be a bit harsh, but I lean more towards Fred than I do what you're saying.
He's worth more than was it Terrace Marshall that was a fourth round pick? Jonathan Mingo.
Jonathan Mingo was.
That was ridiculous. We can all agree that was ridiculous.
Was George Pickens the third, wasn't he?
George Pickens was the third round pick. So yeah, third round pick for Jonathan Taylor makes sense.
I think Jonathan Taylor is worth more than George Pickens.
Injury history, 28-year-old running back, and look what's coming out of the draft at the minute with running backs. I don't think there's not value there anymore.
This is why it's a hot take.
Yeah, that's true. I understand the theory. I think the theory makes a lot of sense. The theory is basically the Colts are going to struggle. They sell off their best asset, get some picks in order to be able to go and get a quarterback. And the Cowboys are a team that not necessarily would have to trade that first either, but because they've got that first, would be more willing to trade another pick. So I get the logic behind it. I think
it's key for the Colts to get the quarterback they want as well, and not just settle. I don't think they're in a position for.
It could well be that the Cowboys could include, like, if they swapped firsts, maybe. So that then that could be something that they might do with Taylor involved, but.
Well, no, because they're both going to be right next to each other, aren't they?
They might not. They might not at that point. If Dallas are then getting on Taylor, I don't know.
I think they might be quite.
I think they might be
delusional enough to be like, now we can still win this. Let's get a running back.
Give me one.
Yeah, I don't know.
My problem is I forget every NFL team. And I need them all in front of me to then go right. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Because there's got to be a logical way of looking at this, isn't there? Really. So Miami won't. Patriots don't. Bills won't. Jets won't. Ravens won't. Browns could, but they wouldn't. There's no point really. Steelers wouldn't. I think Bengals would. I think Bengals would on a 1-year push for the Super Bowl. I think they would.
Can you imagine if the Bengals had that much money in their offense and then put Taylor in it as well?
It'd be good for a year. What's it? He's won 1 year.
Yeah, that would be insane.
But they could trade a third, bring him in. We're going on a Super Bowl run. And then they've got Chase Brown and Jonathan Taylor. I mean, I think it makes a lot of sense for me personally. Titans won't. Texans could, but you guys believe they would, but I don't think they wouldn't.
Titans,
I don't think they would.
No, there's no point.
Not for a push.
It's a waste of a pick. It's a waste of giving up a pick.
Actually, you know who could? Commanders.
Yeah.
That's actually because they could go. We're going. This is a good push for us. They've just traded away Brian Robinson. They've only got Austin Eckler, and then they've got the young lad who they drafted, who we don't really know what's going to. He could hit or he could be terrible. We don't really know, do we? And that's about all I've got really. For like teams who I think would be like going, we actually can make a really good run here.
Seattle, when Ken Walker goes down inevitably.
Yeah, when he gets injured eventually.
The Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shout. Yeah.
Aaron Jones getting a bit old and Jordan Mason's backing up,
and they're different types of running back, aren't they, as well? I suppose, Taylor's more than thumper, isn't he?
It's a hot take. It's not happening. Don't worry.
Okay, we'll go on to my one then. I think that the Arizona Cardinals are going to be pretty terrible this year. And my hot take was they will, like you would with Jonathan Taylor, they will trade him at the deadline. But I've looked at the contract situation and it makes absolutely zero sense to do it then. So I'm going to say they're going to do badly. And at the end of the season, they will trade him.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a big cap hit though. Like it's a major cap hit for them.
They might have a big if they're bad this year, they might have a complete clear out of quarterback and head coach.
The last time they went to the playoffs with Kyler Murray was 2021.
Didn't we say this last time? Didn't we say Kyler Murray was going to be on the Steelers next year?
I think I said it could happen, but I doubt it. But if you look at the contract situation, the problem is what are we in 2025? So his cap hit at the minute is 43. Next year it's 53. The after that is 43. I mean, dead money wise. Oh, now the website doesn't want me to move around what I could easily move around earlier. But let's have a look. Here we go. Dead cap. The dead cap would be 100 mil. Next year it'd be 57. I think they would suck up the 57, to be honest with you, and go like, you know what, we're done here. Like, it's just not working. You're what? How old is he then at that point? He's currently 28. 6 years. You've been to the playoff once and you bounced out straight away. You've not been consistently being able to play. You've been injured multiple times. Yeah, you make a hero throw every now and then and it looks fantastic, and we win a close game against the Bills. But like it's just done. It's just flogging a dead horse now at this point, and he's never learned height, has he? Like, he hasn't. He's not going to get any taller. And I'm sorry, I just don't think his style of quarterbacking does work if you've got the right guy, i.e. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. And it just doesn't work.
Rather than cut, then don't the team trading for him won't there be a deal for them to take a portion of the cap hit? Can't they add that into the deal? So
probably, yeah.
So the cap hit's not going to be devastating for a team if it's 50 something million and the team offered to take half, then it's not going to be horrendous.
I just think that it really spells to me the Cardinals, like Adam said, like this could be a moment where they go, right, Kyler gone, Buda Baker gone, James Conner gone. Like it might just start. This reset might just happen, and it would be. And again, that might start happening at week 8. It might not. I don't think Kyler will go there. Maybe he will, but that moment, like we said with the Colts, where they start to sell a few assets. Again, James Conner would be an asset, but again, James Conner I think would be a 4th round, 3rd round pick as well. Buda Baker I think would be a 3rd round pick, like them sort of style guys. They have a few O linemen and D linemen you could get maybe some 3rds and 4ths for. I don't think there's anyone in this team that goes for a 1st round pick or a 2nd round pick. I think Kyler, if you went in a trade, it's a 3rd round pick, maybe a 2nd.
How old is he? 28.
At the minute, 28. He's 28 at the minute. And he's been playing for 6 years.
It's tough to trade away a quarterback at that age, isn't it? Because it's not like he's awful. He's just not great. They're kind of stuck in this sort of middle ground of nothingness.
He's 36, 45 and 1 in his career. He's played, how many seasons has he played? He's played since 2019, and he's only done a full season 3 times.
Yeah,
out of 6 seasons. Like his running play capability is amazing, and his arm on this day can be amazing. But 115 touchdowns to 57 interceptions isn't fantastic, really. Like, I don't know.
I think he probably does enough so that he doesn't get traded. But that's not going to get the Cardinals to where they want to go.
Yeah. Well, they've been under him. They've been 5-10-1, 8-8, 9-5, 3-8, 3-5, 8-9. And when he's played a full season, they went 5-10-1, 8-8, 8-9. It's not flipping. I don't see how. I agree. Flipping that at all. Like I just don't see that happening at all. I can't say it's the hottest it takes because you both agreed, but
I think there's going to be a complete clear. If they're bad this year, there's going to be a complete clear out head coach, quarterback, and let new.
But
regime.
I don't think they're going to be bad. What do you class as bad? I think that they're an 8 and 9 team that's probably going to go 8 and 9 or 9 and 8. I think this is what they are.
You're in purgatory.
I think there's a possibility.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I agree. I that's what I'm saying. I don't think but it's that really weird thing, isn't it, in the NFL, where it's like, I don't believe if you show enough, you seem to stay.
How many years do you want to give a head coach and quarterback before you go, this isn't working, we need to change what's going on?
How many years has Jonathan Gannon been there? Is this his third year?
Third.
Yeah. I kind of agree. I don't think it's going to change. And so I think to a certain extent, you have to rip the Band-Aid off in order to be able to move on. But I also think that I don't know if they're going to be brave enough to do it. That's the problem.
He's also been a bit of a problem guy.
Yeah, his work ethics.
Yeah, he's not been great.
Terrible reports of that.
Like
sort of
with contracts that they had to watch tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pittsburgh Steelers would be incredibly lucky to get him.